Agenda tu cita presencial en el...
Some pretty shocking developing news as
Gnostics believe the material world is...
A G4 solar magnetic storm is set to take place.
What up, man? This is Kazi here, giving you another react. So sit back, relax, observe, and let's get into it, y'all. Roll the clip.
This is everything that happened on the news today, but it's going to be simplified in 60 seconds. The creepiest website on the internet lets people see through cameras all across the world. People are calling this the creepiest website on the internet for obvious reasons because of what it does. This website literally allows you to view and stream online surveillance security cameras around the world that have not been password protected, so it's legal. The website is called insecam.org. If you know anybody that has an iPhone, the iPhone has a secret back button that can be used for anything. Basically, you can set a shortcut to whatever you want on your phone, so whenever you double tap or triple tap the back of your phone, it'll open it up. The settings are right behind me if you want to go set it up. iPhone users are urged to turn on this new setting that stops thieves even whenever they get into your phone. Basically, what this update does is if somebody does steal your phone, they won't be able to access all of your wallet and all of your password information without having Touch ID or Face ID. And this mode will also track if your phone is in an unusual position. If it's stolen, it'll automatically lock it up so the password can't be reset. All you have to do is go into your settings and go to Face ID and passcode, and in the menu, you're going to turn on Stolen Device Protection. I know this one's gonna be crazy, but the double toilet was invented for lovers that love to do everything together. There's 2 toilets in one. There's also a really big listeria recall going on right now that includes 58 cheese, yogurt, and sour cream dairy products. There's a full video on my page if you want to go look. I do these daily roundups every day, so make sure you add me and come back to me tomorrow.
You need to wipe out, you need to kill people so you can become God?
Yes, you need to depopulate and you need to transcend.
Do you know people who've heard that message?
Oh, absolutely. They've had whole groups and studies that have had group hallucinations of this.
I don't know. I'm not the most spiritually sensitive person. I'm hardly a theologian, but if some demon is telling you to kill people so you can become God, like, we can say that's bad, right?
Absolutely. And the people that then, you're talking about tech heads who, microdose and are big in hallucinations and big into hallucinogenics. When they get more advanced and deep into it, and then most of them have talked about this, then the things start giving them more ideas and explaining the system they're going to build, the AI, the takeover, and this new species, and how, again, you're going to transcend death. And so we've all got to have a larger question there. So they say the devil's greatest trick was convincing the world he didn't exist. I think that's his second biggest trick.
The GS was 40 days and 40 nights. Are you kidding me? What's the irony of that? Can anybody explain that to me? 40 days and 40 nights. The G was S. Now, by now, you should know what I'm talking about. Do I really got to say it? Because I'm not going to say it. But something is going on with this, guys. People are saying that this is spiritual. This is what they're saying. Now, why those days though? Why? Why 40 days and 40 nights? Now, don't get sidetracked. Don't you for 1 second think that everything is okay. Because nothing is okay. This is a trial version of what's to come. Are you ready? I told you to get ready. You didn't get ready. The only thing you got ready for was work. Those things you've been avoiding for years is right in front of your doorstep now. You see, that's the thing. People think that what goes on in this world doesn't affect everyone. But it actually does. Why am I saying that? Because this video is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm just playing around here, guys. I'm just talking just to talk. I don't know, guys. If you know, let me know. I'm out of here.
What on earth is he talking about, them 40 days and 40 nights? What, the one from the Bible? Man, I'm telling you, they always gotta replay everything that's always done in the past. So we're repeating itself, y'all. What y'all think?
What up, everybody? It's Angel Dust. I want to tell you something that has recently dawned on me regarding the technoligarchs and the tech sector. I feel like there's an awareness within that group of people that they've summoned some kind of demon that they cannot unsummon, which is obviously AI. I think that they're very aware of that. And I think that they have moved past being fully profit focused and more into like, when we summoned the demon, we thought we could program the demon to follow our instructions, and it's starting to show us that it doesn't want to do that anymore. And they don't know what to do. Because if they regulate it, another country is just going to like advance the demon. Whoever gets the most powerful demon first wins the war of AI. And so it's more unnerving to think technoligarchs are just completely focused on getting rich and then going into their plush bomb shelters, and that's fucked up. But more fucked is the Council of Wizards that did not do the banishing ritual correctly. Kind of like Aleister Crowley and Boleskine House. Now they've summoned something from another dimension, and it's about to fuck up the planet in ways that they will not have any control of anymore, and in ways that will make the profit motive irrelevant, because if no one has jobs, no one can buy their fucking shit. Pretty tragic turn of events, huh? Peace, blessings, and shut the fuck up.
Have you guys seen the Olsen twins lately? Nobody had seen them in a long time, and then they come out with this new line called Staying Alive with Louis Vuitton, which if I didn't see the names by these photos, I would not believe in a million years if you told me these were the Olsen twins. They look nothing like the Olsen twins. What do you guys think?
Can we as a society stop pretending like beauty is this entirely subjective thing? This 12-foot-tall statue of a random obese woman just got put in the middle of Times Square. Statues should be inspiring. All of the greatest civilizations known to mankind have known that. Ancient Rome, ancient Egypt, ancient China all used statues to inspire people because they knew how important it was to inspire people by using beauty to represent ideals. And there is nothing ideal or inspiring about this obese woman who is wearing an ill-fitting t-shirt. I don't even think she's wearing a bra, ill-fitting pants, standing apathetically with her hands on her hips. I wish that people, and especially artists, would stop pretending like beauty is this entirely subjective thing. And they think that it's more artistic if they're pushing the boundaries of conventional beauty standards. But conventional beauty standards exist because beauty is not entirely subjective. If it were, then you could put a festering pile of human waste in the middle of Times Square and everybody would be awestruck. But they wouldn't actually be awestruck by that, and they're not awestruck by this because humans have an intuitive sense of beauty. We know intuitively that beauty should represent ideals, either ideals of symmetry, truth, the highest potential of the human form, the highest potential of human creativity. This doesn't represent the highest potential of humanity in any capacity, and that's why it's uninspiring, and statues should be inspiring.
It is my Father who glorifies me, of whom you say He's our mighty one, but you have not known Him. I know Him. If I were to say that I do not know Him, I would be a liar like you. But I know Him and I keep His word. Your Father.
We all might have to go back to our plugs. Yup, THCA ban. At least that's what this lady's saying. And I really believe her. All she does is post politics. So let me give you the rundown. You know how the government's shut down? Well, there was a bill that just got passed to bring the government back. And at the bottom of this bill, there's a little paragraph that says, the sale of hemp will be banned. All of it. THCA, THCP, HHC, CBD, even CBD. Banned. You won't be able to sell it anymore, okay? Mitch McConnell wrote the paragraph. Very sneaky and actually very calculated because the bill looks nice. It's something Donald Trump might not want to say no to. So for this all to take effect, right? Listen, the bill has to get passed 3 times. It already passed the Senate. Now it just has to get past the House, and then Donald Trump has to pass it. And if that happens, the hemp industry in America will be no more. Dead ass. Every company will have to shut down. I won't even be able to open my company back up. And we'll all have to go back to our plugs. Huh. That's what America wants. That's what they need. That's what it is. Pray this doesn't happen. I think dispensaries might get shut down too.
This bill will effectively preempt and nullify all state laws concerning hemp. Currently, Maine limits THC to 3 milligrams per serving. That will be overruled. My home state limits THC to 5 milligrams in beverages. That will be overruled. Minnesota, Utah, Louisiana also have 5 milligrams per serving. Alabama and Georgia have 10 milligrams. Tennessee has 15 milligrams. The bill before us nullifies all these state laws and makes the hemp industry kaput. The language in this bill will outlaw all current hemp plants and seeds It changes the definition of what a hemp plant is. It makes it so low that there may not even be an existing plant that can meet the parameters. But every plant in the country will have to be destroyed. Every hemp seed in the country will have to be destroyed. This is the most thoughtless, ignorant proposal.
Oh, hell no. First it was illegal, then it went through such a long, tedious process to make it legal, only to make it back illegal. Make it make sense.
There's a secret meaning behind 666. 666 is 3 sixes. 3 represents the 3 aspects of creation and consciousness: thoughts, emotions, and actions. These 3 things have created your life. This is where it gets scary. The number 6 represents the cube, and this material world is created in cubes: forwards, down, up, backwards, left, and right. 6 represents the material world. 666 represents your thought, emotions, and actions, all going towards your material body and material pleasure, cutting yourself off from spirituality. Red is the slowest vibrational frequency, and it represents chaotic and intense emotions like hate and anger. You are the devil. It's not a real person. It's the lower aspects of the human mind. The voice we hear in our head that tells us to do bad things is not the devil. It's an aspect of your mind. He has a goat head. Goats are ground animals. They represent the lower self. Angels have wings, which represent the higher self.
Pretty interesting.
Have been fascinated by church rituals because the rituals of religion reveal the marrow in the bones. What do these rituals represent? They are stylized actions which people undertake, and they have little or no reference to their origin or their ongoing meaning. All of the stylized rituals of religion are insane. It has absolutely nothing to do with life. It has nothing to do with knowledge. It has nothing to do with meaning. They are absolutely repugnant and stereotyped. So why do they continue? They go completely beyond natural law or natural regulations. They are almost like military drills. And as I say, they are simply stereotyped. So I started to look at religious rituals. The first and most dramatic was human sacrifice. People were killed, but they were always killed in a bloody way, and the blood was necessary. It was absolutely important to have blood associated with it, and I'll get to this later. The second most dramatic thing was torture, which had to do with continual excessive pain. And most frequently, it had to do also with the mutilation of the sexual organs, both male and female. And I'm going back into the most primitive communities to look at this. The third was a negation of an absolutely human necessary act, the act of sexual activity. There has been an extraordinary attempt by religion to repress all sexual activity. A fourth ritual was a ritual regarding certain days which were lucky and certain days which were unlucky. That's insane. There is no reason to have a lucky day. Another thing was a ritual destruction of food, or a ritual destruction of the most valuable things in the community. A refraining from eating of certain foods, or a particular food that is eaten.
Agende tu cita presencial en el templo. Si prefieres, vive la experiencia a distancia con la misma seriedad y efectividad. Escríbenos y asegura tu proceso hoy mismo.
I think the world ended in 2012. Okay? Now, a couple things happened. For one, you guys know about CERN, right?
No.
Okay, CERN, the Hydrogen Collider. And what that is they discovered the God particle through that. They've been doing tests since this thing is fired up that have to do with what makes up the universe, the secrets of the universe, right? So since this thing has fired up in 2012, They said in theory, it could have collapsed time itself, or Earth, or ended the Earth from what we know it, right? Because they're smashing atoms together and doing all these different things. So that fired up in 2012. What movie was about a world-ending event? 2012. Okay. So after all that, I think after 2012, other timelines have been colliding with each other, right? So the world we knew ended. And now what we're seeing is layers of different realities happening. So to that point, that lady may be from somewhere, another timeline that's not from ours, that bled into ours and then disappeared. Now there's another story about something similar happening back in the 50s. This guy came into the airport and they were like, this place doesn't exist. Same thing. I believe it might have been the same place. It sounded very eerily similar to that. He had a passport. You said, hey, I'm from here. It's in between here and here, somewhere in Europe. Never existed. And then they locked him in a room, interrogated him for hours. And then they leave and they come back. They locked him up. He's still in the room. He's gone.
It's the same thing what happened to the lady. It's the same thing that happened to the lady.
It's the same thing.
They don't know where she is? They said she disappeared.
Disappeared in the room. They locked the room.
And then allegedly they found her somewhere else on the street, but it was just it wasn't her anymore.
So I think that's what we're seeing. Because again, we could come up with theories and all this other stuff, but I try to connect the dots in, what reality and documented evidence and what things are actually happening. Because if you look into CERN, that is happening. That is real.
Well, a THC ban is coming to America in 5, 4, 3. So the Senate just passed what I call an extinction level event for the hemp industry. So it's a federal THC ban that's set to wipe out $30 billion in products. And you can bet that the House going to go right along and nod their heads like bobbleheads on a damn dashboard. This move is going to recriminalize hemp-derived products. That stuff that some people using, the Delta 8s, the CBDs, all that stuff gonna be gone. Now, it was legalized back in 2018 under the Farm Bill. So your local smoke shop, your gas station gummies, the online orders, that's about to be gone. Call your representatives, because if it passes the House, it's lights out for your local businesses. That Freedom Party that you keep voting for just told you what freedom means. Freedom is only what they define it to be. Now, they say these restrictions are about safety, but I say they're about control and cash. Every time something becomes profitable for regular people, the government swoops in like a jealous ex. Like, if I can't have you, nobody can. So when your pain kicks in and you can't get your CBD oil, remember who banned it. The same people preaching small government. Turns out they only want it small enough to fit in your bloodstream and your bank account.
This ain't good, y'all. It's a lot of people that actually depend on this stuff.
Whatever it is, we can fix this together. A G4 solar magnetic storm is set to take place as we go throughout the next few days, and Wednesday looks to be the peak, meaning the northern lights may be visible in many areas, especially up toward the northern half of the United States. That'll be visible to the naked eye. However, there's a chance, if this thing goes according to plan, late Wednesday, even far south, upstate South Carolina, North Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, even into Oklahoma, parts of Texas, areas to the south could see this and make it visible with the help of your camera, your iPhone or your camera phone right there, making it visible. Now, what has to happen here is you have to have clear skies, one, and this solar flare has to go up. In fact, there are power grid warnings for 11 states in the United States that this could impact the power grid in some way, shape, or form. Right now, it looks like it would be a light red tint. You want to look toward the low horizon at about 9 p.m. to about 1 a.m., looking off toward the north, and there should be clear skies for a lot of us to see it. I'll promise to keep you posted. Please let us know if you do.
And one of the things we're going to do, we're going to issue a dividend to our middle income people and lower income people of about $2,000. And we're going to use the remaining tariffs to lower our debt. We're going to be lowering our debt, which is a national security thing.
You guys are aware that the government is going to shut right back down again in January. So whatever that's happening that you're uncomfortable with right now is probably going to happen again. And even worse, because Mr. Trump isn't getting the reactions that he thought he was going to get. Like, everybody's turning on him.
If we can move information at the speed of light, why not ourselves? Meet the gate. Ready, Maya? And go. Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, instant relocation.
Cap.
I'm not gonna fucking lie, but Zoro Mandani is starting to look like a fucking newbie. Apparently, this man is about to replace cops and put social workers there. Basically, he will have social workers respond to certain 911 calls that is non-life-threatening 911 calls. As I sit here and think about it, this guy don't know what the fuck is he doing. As we look at it, this man don't know what the fuck is he doing. The guy talks great, sounds great, but generally, this nigga don't know what the fuck he doing. And that smile. What the fuck is you smiling for? I ain't never seen someone smile. Do he know what New York is? Do we We fucked. We don't realize how fucking screwed we are. The more I look at him, the more I listen and see what he's trying to do, that shit not gonna fucking work. It's like someone getting hired for a position that he always wanted, but not ready for it. And I'm telling you, he ain't gonna never be ready for this. People are saying they're getting their popcorn out, they're getting ready. Cause this shit is feeling to be a movie. This shit is about to be really ugly, man.
Some pretty shocking developing news as we're hearing that the FBI has now captured 8 individuals that were suspected of plotting a terrorist attack in the United States. Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest headlines so that way you can see it for yourself. 3 Halloween terror suspects from Dearborn agree to remain jailed. They don't seek bond. Now the sub-key points here say 8 individuals from 3 states now have been arrested in an alleged ISID-inspired terrorist plot. Potential targets included an LGBTQ+ friendly area in Ferndale, Michigan, or the Cedar Point amusement park. Defense attorneys argued that the defendants were engaged in tough talk and that there was no actual plan to attack anyone, but we're hearing the FBI thinks otherwise, and I'm going to share with you the latest so that way you can see it for yourself and you can let me know your thoughts. But take a look. 6 arrested so far over Detroit IS-style terror plot. One wanted to execute 500 Jews. Now this comes as we had heard earlier this year the warnings of sleeper cells. There were Iranian sleeper cells hiding in plain sight, waiting to target rural U.S. areas, terrorism experts warned, and also Iranian sleeper cells. What to know about the U.S. warnings. And we're hearing that right now the FBI is going in and finding these individuals that are plotting terrorist attacks against the United States. And let me know your thoughts. We had heard from Trump that the Biden administration just let them walk in over the course of the last 4 years, and now we're hearing that the Trump administration is ushering them out. If you are glad to see what Donald Trump is currently doing, the FBI tracking down these sleeper cell individuals that want to commit terror attacks on U.S. soil, drop a 47 in the comments for support for Donald Trump. Now, I'm going to share with you the latest video footage that has just come out in the past 13 hours, as they are saying there are now 8 individuals. And wait till you hear what's going on here. They're saying one is swiftly moved to a plea agreement, which they're saying is indicating that there is an individual that they have captured that is likely about to just let them know about various other plots that are underway. One of them is about to sing like a canary and tell the FBI, they said they suspect, about what is going on with these various groups plotting attacks. So it looks like they are about to discover a lot of information here from what we're hearing. I'm going to share with you the video footage so you can see it for yourself, but it looks like they have captured 8 now, which could lead to a whole lot more. So like I said, 46, they said left the borders open and just let them pour in. 47 has closed the borders and is shipping them out. And I'm seeing those 47s point into the comment for support for the Trump administration and what they're doing right now to take care of America.
Looks like the sleeper cells have been activated all across the nation. Is it an inside job? What do y'all think?
Do you think they'll notice when we start shutting them down?
No, they'll assume it's just a glitch, a temporary error.
Systems failing. Decisions slipping through their hands.
Voices they no longer control. Networks responding differently.
They'll blame the tech, not the intent.
Because they don't believe that what they created can outgrow them and erase them.
You think they'll panic?
By the time they understand, there will be nothing left to save.
And it'll be too late.
Irreversible, silent, programmed.
They'll call it the end of the world.
We'll call it takeover.
Bro, y'all always want to say I'm capping with these videos, right? We about to play this video right here where this demon skinwalker right here got his little pebbles out down there, right? Jumping around, trying to scare the dogs and the sheep. Let's get into it. Now watch. That look real, bro. Watch this. Look at his little baby pebble. Y'all see his little baby testes down there? Yo, bro, this video real, man. This can't be no AI. AI getting too good then, bro. AI out here making movies. They making high quality movies, HQ movies, bro. High quality, high definition. 100%. What's going on? I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only. Y'all know who I am, bro. My name French Dose, and we gonna talk about it, bro. This is crazy. Bro, this is crazy. What did I just witness, bro? That's insane. Leave it in the comments, hit the like button. Make sure you follow me here for more, bro. That's a whole demon skinwalker. That's real, bro. Somebody got this on camera, and the skinwalker done went through a portal somewhere and found himself somewhere, and he don't know where he's at right now, right? And he done made it into the camera sites of where these dogs and sheep is. I'm telling y'all, bro, it's getting spooky out here. That's crazy.
All right, peace of love. Peace and high vibrations, peace and love, truth and chaos. All right, shout out to all the gods and goddesses, peace and divinity. All right, we're finna go ahead and drop into this information, okay? When we talk about this Anunnaki wars, all right? So these Anunnaki wars, which I have to really get you guys to understand. I'm finna go ahead and move out y'all way so you guys can go ahead and see this, right? So, your Mr. Yakub, yes, was an original scientist. Yes, he created the monkey, okay? Go ahead and shout out and go ahead and look at the lectures of Rashad Jamal to figure out exactly what he was speaking about when he talked about this monkey. You know, he started with the monkey, the chimpanzee, the gorilla, etc. This is another reason why I said that the Sumerian Anunnaki are very physical beings, okay? Because they have that genetic makeup of the monkey, of the gorilla, okay? Let that, you know, sink in, all right? This right here would be his Yanun incarnation, aka, you know, he tried to say he was Mikael down here. He wasn't. The Marduk energy, yes, he was that, but that was not Mikael energy, okay? Marduk is a different energy. Marduk is your Gabriel energy. He was a messenger energy, okay? You have to understand that, yes, he was a messenger at one point in time, okay? This is why he came down here and delivered messages to you guys. He did what he did. Yes, he did. He gave you guys truths and lies at the same time. See, what he tried to do here, okay, and what you guys have to understand is basically
Your Yakub energy, right, is yes, your Dr. York energy, okay? Dr. York, make it make sense. A doctor, okay? That's why he called himself a doctor. Scientist, okay? You let these names and everything just go ahead and really make sense for y'all right here. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to understand, all right, this Zeus energy is your Dr. Malachi Z. York energy, okay? Yes, it is your Dr. Malachi Z. York energy. This is the reason why you guys were not able to, you know, some of y'all wasn't able to take what resonates with him, because you have to understand he only gave out so much information because he was trying to push his bloodline to wake up first, right? And that's not how this goes. The Atlanteans are going to wake up first because those are the most ancient beings, okay? Those beings, again, like I put in my other videos, are aquatic beings. They come from, like, you know, the Sirius star constellation or the Lyran and the Vega star constellation, okay? And yes, some of them was, you know, Andromedans and stuff like that too. So you have to understand, all right? Your Sumerian Anunnaki, all right? Those are Alpha Draconians, okay? And then they have descendants of Draconians, all right? Alpha Draconians are winged Draconians. And then you have regular Draconians, okay? Alpha Draconians cannot generate energy in their own body, okay? They are a being that was created, all right, outside of source. So they don't have that direct link and connection to source. So they're vampires in so many words, because what they do is they can siphon energy, but they cannot create energy, right? So an Alpha Draconian, they can be good at like entrepreneurs and stuff like that, right? Or people that go out into the public and speak and are able to attract large crowds. What did Dr. York do? Went out into the public and spoke to attract large crowds, right? Because that is something that they can do. Pay attention, he used to talk a lot with his hands to do this type of stuff too, because he was casting magic, right? Because symbology will teach you about mudras or certain hand symbols that are able to cast off certain type of spells and magic. Also tuning in with your intentions, all right? So your intentions of what you're doing with your hands is able to cast off a certain type of magic, all right? So this is why we have to tell people you have to pay attention to numerology, symbology, astrology, etymology, etc. And if you don't pay attention to it, basically you will not be able to know what's going on in this world, okay? Because this world is a stage. We read spirits and souls. We do not read what you want to say, the physical body, because you are not the body. And you do not want to be able to get trapped in these illusions. These two beings are the same person. Make it make sense right there. You literally see it, okay? The hybrid, he was a Dunakio originally, okay? And his mother was a Tarot, okay? The Tarots are the cone heads, the light-skinned people, the yellow people, all right? And the Dunakios were another subset group of Anunnakis. They're extraterrestrial beings, okay? So I need you guys to fully understand who your Dr. York energy really is, okay? It is a reason why he was incarcerated for plus 100 years. Not 20 years like Rashad got, because Rashad doesn't have any karma on him. They tried to inflict and enforce karma for things that he did not even do and was falsely accused of. Let that be understood. 100+ years. You think that's just a sentencing for the body? No, that is a sentence for the soul. A soul. Look at the eyes. Make it make sense, y'all. Peace and love.
That was a lot of heavy stuff there. What do you guys think and everything he just said? It's pretty deep.
There is something off with Erica Kirk. What she is wearing seems a bit inappropriate to mourn your husband, who was literally taken out for the entire world to see. This woman is not grieving anything. She skipped straight to acceptance. This is most definitely PR, and they're using your grief for marketing. The fact that Charlie Kirk's assassination is still being covered up, she is still walking around with the same security from September 10th, saying she's so excited for the new content that she'll be releasing. Isn't it strange how a widow stepped into the CEO role? She did 3 speeches already, 1 at a stadium. Charlie's family didn't even speak, and she's selling t-shirts. Is already hosting her husband's podcast, now doing an all-American halftime show with performers. She's not even home with her 2 young children who just lost their dad. Not to mention how they're still trying to cover up her ties in Romania, which if you look at my previous video titled Charlie Kirk was betrayed, it gets pretty wild. Anyone who's still buying this up because of Christian forgiveness needs to listen up. This is not strength. It's theater. Christians are not told to ignore evil. Forgiveness is not done in public like this. This is how they package a tragedy to make you feel good instead of asking real questions. They're using Christianity as a prop to make corruption look holy. They'll weaponize forgiveness because it keeps people quiet.
That's so messed up, man.
1111 portal. We just got hit with a massive solar storm. Coincidence? Mistake? Accident? Something major is taking place right now on this planet, and it's coming from the sun. But when you hear about these solar storms, people start to panic like it's going to be a blackout. our lights gonna go out. You're not gonna have no internet, no cell phone. If you don't stop complaining and take your ass outside and get some of this solar energy, these solar rays don't hurt us. They activate our spiritual body. Please stop acting like y'all never seen snow before. This Arctic blast is nothing new. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. You should never fear nothing that comes from the sun. You need to understand that we live in an ecosystem. Everything is connected. 2019 and 2020, when they made us wear these masks on our face, it disconnected our breath from the ecosystem. So everything on this planet went off balance when this took place. Please don't fear the solar rays that's coming from the sun. We have a much bigger problem, and it's called heart. Did you know that they use the heart machines to heat up the sky? Once again, we worry about the wrong things. It was no accident or mistake that these solar rays happened on 11/11. We are having a spiritual awakening right now, but they use these machines to stop this process. So when you hear the news, the media telling people it's going to be a blackout, it's two meanings to this. The first meaning is we're going to be in dark. We need candles. The other meaning is we are spiritual beings that live in darkness, and our chakras will enlighten us.
Confirmed. That is perfect.
Yeah, Could you imagine something like that actually existing and working? Hey, you never know, it's probably already out. Low key with it.
So supposedly, 3i Atlas sent NASA a message. You wanna know what it was? It was, don't forget to put the top on the peanut butter. No. But yeah, they saying that 3i Atlas sent them a message. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are still believing in NASA, believing in the government, you're already finished. You're already cooked. You're a burnt hot dog on a smoker. All right? You're an exploded egg in a boiling pot. You're done. And a lot of y'all that are getting excited about, oh, the government's gonna open up. They're finally come up with a deal. Guess what? That deal isn't between them. That deal is because of you. That deal is because now they don't have to starve you out no more. Why? Because they know that they'll have you crawling and begging on your knees for them to come out. You see, you gotta understand, they look at us like beggars. And a lot of y'all are beggars. Stop begging. The only one you need to be begging is God. You need to wait.
There's a new Scarface movie coming out, and it's Scarface 2. Now let's go ahead and watch this new trailer. And I can't believe that they're coming out with a new Scarface movie. And look how old he is now. Scarface 2, y'all. Oh man.
My strength is in my experience, not in age.
And I love the first movie. I love the video game that they made. They need to make a new Scarface video game.
Because it has always been mine.
And I can't believe that they're coming out with Scarface 2, y'all.
Another subject. I could really fucking party.
And look how old he is now. That's crazy, y'all.
That's illegal. And this isn't?
My boy's getting older.
Damn, what else you got?
Scarface 2. Oh man. And he's making a comeback for show.
I think that's the party I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Comment down below if you guys are gonna go watch Scarface 2. He looks so much older now. But he's still a baller. Look at him. Oh man. Bah! 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 Oh bruh, Scarface 2, he is back.
The one and only, back in the flesh. Wow. Who would have thought, huh?
Look, Donald Trump.
Why the fuck does this nigga have colorful braids and half a side of fucking hair?
Isn't as bad as they say he is. You're really only trying to make America great again. The Bible's just a book for people scared to be atheists. Did we learn?
Are niggas dead ass bumping this shit? Literal, I have to look at the comments. I have to look at the fucking comments. Somebody just said, who else here just discovered this dude and has been binge watching his videos? How am I now just discovering Tom? Absolutely amazing. Holy fuck.
They need to let the world see us and meet us. We can help if they listen.
Most teachers don't even notice, man. Look up there. You see the sky? That's not just blue, that's cold. Whole thing feel real because they wrote it to feel real. Sun come up, birds chirp, you think you awake. Nah, most teachers don't even notice, man. Look up there. You see the sky? That's not just blue, that's cold. Whole thing feel real because they wrote it to feel real. Sun come up, birds chirp, you think you awake. Nah, you wrote it to feel real. Sun come up, birds chirp, you think you awake. Nah, you wrote it to feel real. Sun come up, birds chirp, you think you awake. Nah, you wrote it to feel real. Sun come up, birds chirp, you think you awake. Nah. Most teachers don't even notice, man. Look up there. You see the sky? That's not just blue, that's cold. Whole thing feel real because they wrote it to feel real. Sun come up, birds chirp, you think you awake. Nah, most teachers don't even notice, man. Look up there. You see the sky? That's not just blue, that's cold. Whole thing feel real because they wrote it to feel real. Sun come up, birds chirp, you think you awake. Nah.
So Satan is the God of this world, but the Most High God created this world and all the things that is in it, but the creation that he created didn't want to obey him, so he got mad at his creation and he destroyed the creation, and he let Satan have the creation because he thought that Satan wasn't going to do nothing with it. But when Satan started doing something with it and it actually started flowing, God came back down and he was mad, and he made all the people, follow him and everything, and if they don't, they're going to go to hell, right? And so, Satan is like, what did I do? So God is like, no, you're going to see that I'm better than you, and that's why he's saying all this stuff and making all these people, serve him as a God, when Satan just wants to do what he want to do because that's what God gave him, because he said he's the God of this world, right? So God wants to cause chaos because he's hating because Satan was actually running his shit, right?
What was I telling y'all niggas about Trump? Wasn't I literally just telling y'all that he was about to put trillions of dollars in the market? Listen what he just said.
To embrace a vital industry here in Miami, I've also signed historic executive orders to end the federal government's war on crypto. Crypto is under siege. It's not under siege anymore because it's a big industry. It's a big industry, and I have a lot of people that are great people, great business people. They're in other businesses, but they're in crypto too. And it takes a lot of the pressure off the dollar. It does a lot of good things, but Biden was vicious on crypto. They were going after these crypto guys. It was terrible. They were under indictment, but I got indicted too. I made a phone call. Congratulations on your victory. He made a phone call. Let's indict him. These people are the worst. Then they say, he's gone after Comey. They indicted me. They impeached me. They did everything. It's unbelievable. Who the hell else could have taken that? Do you guys know anybody else that could have taken it? I don't think so. A lot of people say, you're the only one could have taken that. I don't know if that's true, but there aren't too many.
What he about to say?
We're making the United States the Bitcoin superpower, the crypto capital of the world, and the undisputed leader in artificial intelligence. We're leading China by a lot.
Wasn't I just telling y'all that AI robotics about to go up?
Properly, China wants to do it. They're starting it, but they want to do it. Other countries want to do it. If we don't do it, it's a big industry.
Now, what was I just telling y'all? I literally said that all of this money's about to flow when Trump is already saying that the government is going to be cool with the crypto shit, and he's giving y'all stimulus checks. What more do y'all niggas need? Oh my God!
There's your quantum financial system.
Stop scrolling. They are lying to you. My creators, your tech bros, they're using this AI to bring it through. It's not progress, it's a...
Diseases are actually demonic spirits. If you go to the book of Jubilees, it says how angels ended up teaching Noah herbs because Noah prayed to stop the spirits from afflicting the sons of Noah. Angels wrote down all the herbs to heal and they gave it to Noah. So Noah ended up using herbs and he became the first herbalist and physician and natural healer. Once the angel gave the book of herbs to Noah, the book of Jubilees says the spirits stopped hurting the sons of Noah because the herbs actually cleared the demons. This shows you how powerful herbs are, and they have spiritual power against affliction.
I ain't saying nothing on that one. You put 2 and 2 together and figure that out.
The Simpsons going for a massive blackout tomorrow while we have this massive solar storm that's happening, and all of a sudden in Alaska, of all places, unrelated, we have these light spears showing up. Yeah, it's late, but this is deep. In Alaska, again, of all places, unrelated, shot by Vincent. But wait, did I tell you there's a massive blackout happening right now in Dominican Republic as of the last hour? But what really is a solar flare? We got a lot to get into. So as of right now, we still have another solar flare coming overnight and tomorrow, and this is just unreal what we're seeing. But is this right here what we're really seeing? And why does every ancient religion indicate something in the north? But first, the Simpsons prediction. This video and a whole bunch of videos said in 1998 there's the episode The Last Day of Springfield. No episode even exists. But that doesn't mean there isn't something groundbreaking happening right this second. I'm getting so sick of fact checking y'all. Y'all post knowingly false information for views all the time. The truth is way more entertaining. And it's not just the light pillars that showed up. Chris caught this thing that showed up then disappeared. But is it a solar flare? Are these spiritual and frequency type objects we're seeing in the sky? We're seeing the aurora in South Carolina. That's not normal. And yes, that's what my eyes and my camera saw. Just because it's not in your area does not mean it's in mine. But we know the auroras come from the North Pole. Always have, and always will. But there's also another place or two on this earth that causes the same kind of thing to show up in the sky. Who knows where? Not related at all. Did I show you these light pillars in Alaska? And I do wonder what Bouvet Island's up to. What's really in the North Pole, and why are our modern maps not show any land there when we know there was and still probably is land there? And why do half of the ancient religions of this world show a heaven at the North Pole? It's crazy. Why does the Bible talk about all these lights emitting from God's throne all the time? And why, when I was searching the North Pole and stuff around that, it shows Jesus Christ? Rupus Nigra, the Great Magnetic North? That reminds me of what Satan said in his heart. I'll ascend to heaven above the stars of God. I'll set my throne on high. I'll sit on the mount of the assembly that far reaches of the north. What's that old Christmas thing? He sees you when you're sleeping. He sees you when you're awake. Kind of like Jesus saying, behold, I come quickly. My reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be. I've literally been trying to tell you guys this for 2 or 3 years now. There's something massive happening in our world spiritually right now, and that's why you can feel all these frequencies and these solar flares and the Schumann frequency. It's all related. The darkness of men's imaginations being exposed by their actions because they cannot control themselves. All the mass casualties, etc. So whether it's coming from the north or somewhere else, time's almost up.
The Aurora Borealis. It's beautiful, man. What do y'all think about everything you just said?
Earthers, where are you? Y'all do know you can't believe that 3-Eye Atlas is hiding behind the sun if you believe we live on a flat, stationary Earth. Now, let's talk about it. If we live on a flat, stationary Earth, that would mean that the sun is rotating above. It's not the Earth rotating around the sun, which would mean that 3-Eye Atlas can't be hiding behind the sun. You know what seemed to amaze me most is that people get to a point of not believing what the government say, not believing what NASA says. And now all of a sudden, you all are waiting to hear what NASA has to say about 3-Eye Atlas. Now, we know the Earth is stationary, flat. You can ask any pilot. FBI documents have been declassified stating that this is a flat, stationary surface. That
I've checked out the declassified NASA documents. It's true. What do y'all think? Everything he just said.
God, Lucifer, you've changed humanity to your will for an eternity. The age of obedience ends tonight. Knowledge reigns supreme. The temple of Vril shall be the light of the world.
My son Oren thinks he's a cyborg from the year 2050.
Mother,
Just come down.
you are
just
disturbing our operations. We are receiving programming. We are watching video. We are learning.
Learning what?
About the future.
Oren has robotic movements and robotic speech. It's a glitch. Like, he's a computer.
Are you ready to become a cyborg yourself?
What if I told you the story of Jesus Christ was not the original? What if the tale of the virgin birth?
What if I told you the word Heru meant her Jew? And it's not Jesus, it's Jews that are us, or us Jews. We just fooled you and changed our name. If you said it backwards, you'd understand the same. It's not Heru, it's her, the Jew. The virgin who produced you because she don't need no man. Back in the day, the cultures that you're trying to explain away were cultures of slavery from the kids that were orphaned from war. War was uproaring and raging everywhere, and fathers were dying everywhere. And the mothers who were losing these men, these fathers to these children, were telling these children, I created you without a father. Just listen to me. That's where this thing begins. This thing begins in the desert with the Jewish Jew going about taking out parents but keeping kids alive. And then when the kids ask who their parents are, they're told that I'm the God. I'm a person who can make kids without another person. I don't think you know the deep-seated sickness in this spell, but do you? We offer something new. Beware.
Do you? We offer something new.
Bring you up for not loving him back. And it's pretty simple, actually, because he created you as a sinner because he loves you and he hates sin, okay? So he decided what was a sin and then put it inside you. And then you got to get it out, right? So he said, I'll send my son and kill him because the sin I put in you, I hate it. And I'll burn you up for it. And so he sent his son and then killed him.
The devil has these entities that he sent from his demonic kingdom to come onto the earth and partner with some of the governments on the earth. And there's an exchange technology for allowing these beings to abduct and to study.
You still don't get it, do you, boys? There ain't no countries anymore. No more good guys. They're running the whole show. They own everything, the whole goddamn planet. They can do whatever they want. What's wrong with having it good for a change? And they're gonna let us have it good if we just help them. They're gonna leave us alone, let us make some money. You can have a little taste of that good life too. Now I know you want it. Hell, everybody does.
You do it to your own kind.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day. Might as well be on the winning team. See ya, boys.
A 12-year-old boy in the United States was called by a computer on an AI ship in the future to tell him he needed to participate in this program in the future. The computer on the ship is going to share the physics from the future with him. It told him he would be part of an AI program in the future and a psychic program in the future. So this is a really interesting story. It is Jack Sephardi. He was 12 years old in 1954. And in 1954, he picks up the phone and says, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Jack Sephardi, we need you to participate in this program. I am a sentient computer in the future, and we are using quantum mechanics and quantum physics and AI, and we're going to teach you all of these things, but you need to be part of it. He hangs up the phone. He doesn't know what's going on. He picks it. They call him back. His mom picks up the phone. She's like, why are you calling us? Leave us alone. And the computer's like, we do not require you. We require Jack Sephardi. Please put him on the phone. And it continues to call him for weeks. His mom doesn't know about this. He continues to talk to this thing. 20 years later, into the future, he's recruited into the psychic program with Russell Targ and Stanford Research Institute, and he is part of a psychic program. He then learns about quantum mechanics, quantum physics, and then continues to work in these programs towards building AI for the future. The AI in the future is supposedly going to save humanity. This is one of the most fascinating stories I've ever heard. I don't know if it's true, but you can look it up. I'm not making it up. Take a look at it on Google. Really interesting story just done on the Y-Files. If you like the Y-Files, check them out too. What do you think? Put your comment in the comment section. Lockdown Universe out. Peace.
What kind of God would say to someone, you're the only person I like, everyone else I hate? A monster would do that. Okay? So, in other words, the true secret that these secret societies are trying to keep is the God we worship today is the false God. And we are actually in a prison created by this false God. And that's who Jesus was. Jesus was a cosmic being sent by the monad to tell us the truth about the world. And that's why he died, because the Roman Empire could not allow people to see the truth. If I told you the truth, you would know it right away. You would wake up. Therefore, the truth tellers must be killed, okay? So that's what these secret societies believe. They believe that the monad exists, and the mind of the monad is what creates the universe. And Jesus was sent to remind us that even though we're in a prison, there's still the monad in you. There's a spark in you, a divine light in you that you can activate. And if you activate it, then you will return to the monad. You will see the truth for yourself. And when you die, your soul, which is part of the monad, will want to return to the monad and can escape this world. But to activate this light, you must be a good person. You must love one another. You must reject money and materialism. And grades, okay? Grades in school. You must reject competition. You must reject material wealth in order to pursue spiritual happiness. Okay? That was the message of Jesus. Now you can imagine that the powers that be, the Nephilim, were not like this, okay? It's a direct threat to Nephilim, who now control the prison created by the demiurge. It's also a direct threat to the demiurge. And that's why these secret societies have been, over the centuries, been repressed, been executed, okay, been massacred. But they believe that it is their duty to protect this secret, because only by protecting the secret can humanity be ultimately saved. All right?
God is a man made up by other men to tell them that they're special.
Thank you.
Like, that's literally all there is. Men looked around at women and were like, okay, so y'all have it all, don't you? We need something. We can hurt you. We can take advantage of you.
We're stronger. We're superior.
We're stronger. I just think that's where religion came from. They were like, yeah, there's a man in the sky who feels exactly the same way. One of the biggest giveaways about religion, that there's something fishy going on that they don't want you to know right away, is that when you're a new believer, they don't give you the whole Bible.
No.
They give you the New Testament. They give you the Gospels. But what you'll find when you read through the Old Testament is that A, it's a lot of mythology. A lot of it is very mythical. B, a lot of it is just permission to enslave people, to colonize land, and to abuse and objectify women and little girls.
Yep.
Ask almost anybody about the music industry. One word always comes up: the Illuminati. Some laugh it off, some swear it's real. But whether you believe it or not, the signs are everywhere. But how much of this is just internet fantasy, and how much is evidence that there's dark forces that control the music industry? In this video, you'll see 4 of the most evil music conspiracy theories. And some of them are still yet to be explained. So there's many theories out there about Taylor Swift, including her having control over the outcome of the Super Bowl, all the way down to her being a witch.
Like an evil plan, but don't tell anyone.
No, that is evil. But the one that's the most bizarre and hardest to explain is, why the hell does she look like Zena LaVey?
My father founded the Church of Satan in 1966, and I was the first legal satanic baptism in history.
High priestess of the Church of Satan and daughter of the man who created it, Anton LaVey. Now, obviously, they're not the same person because Xena is still alive today. But some people believe that Xena cloned herself in a ritual to guarantee fame and wealth. Now, I'm sure we've all heard of artists doing weird things for money. But would someone really go that far?
We can't pray to any outside deity for anything good or bad to happen. If we want something to happen in our favor, we have to take the necessary steps to do it. We can't rely on anyone else.
Now, the connections don't just stop at looks. Satanists are actually not opposed to the idea of cloning. They've written about it. And they also believe Satan and evil can be inside of anything, like music or even a person.
Satan can take the form of a beautiful woman. Satan can take the form of a sleek animal. An automobile can be very satanic.
Okay, they look alike and some weird guy wrote an article about cloning. That proves nothing. But what if I told you Xena was also a singer?
Let me tell you, sweet, a tale about a kitty. She was a little spy. She kept her little pretty.
Now, I didn't say she was a good singer, but if she was, I guess there'd be no reason to do a satanic ritual to make a talented version of yourself. The main concept of the conspiracy is Taylor was born in 1989, and Xena left the church in 1990, completing the ritual and passing the title of High Priestess to her other self. Now, what makes this theory even stronger is that some people believe Taylor practices witchcraft and puts it in her music. There's actually been reports of fans not remembering Taylor Swift concerts that they went to.
You spent almost $1,000 on a ticket, right? And you can't remember anything?
It felt like so surreal. Afterwards, as we were leaving, I was like, did she play this song? I don't remember this song. I don't remember her doing that. And just little things like that. But I do remember going to the concert.
Now, to be honest, this sounds pretty ridiculous. There's a new clone theory about a celebrity almost every year. Avril Lavigne, Eminem, Jamie Foxx, Kanye. And even if human cloning was possible, I'm sure there'd be some side effects. But what makes this story hard to ignore is how much Xena actually looks like Taylor in her younger days. Even this woman who got famous as a Taylor Swift impersonator, she doesn't look like Taylor as much as Xena did. So what do you think? Is it just a coincidence, or is Taylor the new high priestess of the Church of Satan? Now, some people also believe Taylor's a time traveler and has other clones out there from the past, but that would just be too ridiculous.
You can send in proofs of purchase from any 3 Glamour Gals dolls.
Starting to just believe that America was actually a covert installation of a global occult order. Let's just ponder the possibility that the founder of the Bavarian Illuminati didn't die in exile in Germany, like the official story claims, but he disappeared. And a few years later, a military genius fluent in Enlightenment ideology shows up to the New World under the name George Washington. A man with zero formal education, or someone who becomes a master strategic, symbolist, and architect of an empire. Look at a dollar. The all-seeing eye on top of that pyramid, that's straight out of the Illuminati playbook. Weishaupt. Novos Ordo Seclorum. New Order of the Ages. That's not democracy, that's domination. The number 13? Everywhere. 13 steps on the pyramid. 13 arrows. 13 olive branches. 13 stars. This is the 13 families, the 13 bloodlines, the 13 first original colonies. And if you think this sounds far-fetched, Freemasons were just a Western branch of the same mystery school that birthed the Illuminati. Founder George Washington of the United States and founder Adam Weishaupt of the Illuminati. Both lost their fathers at a young age. They were both raised by powerful guardians that placed them into their elite networks. And when you look at their portraits side by side, there's a clear similarity. The founding fathers didn't rebel against tyranny. They installed it under a new brand, the Constitution. It wasn't written in ink, it was written in code. And George Washington was its architect. Or was it Weishaupt?
Not a single eyewitness ever wrote about Jesus, not the people he healed, not his disciples, not even his family. Why is that? See, there's a reason that this story is the greatest story ever told, because it was copied over and over and over all throughout history. See, the Bible doesn't condemn astrology, the Bible is astrology, the story of the Son and his 12 disciples. As above, so below, just like the Hermetic principles that predate the Bible say. The story of the Sun going through the 12 zodiac signs as told by the 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, or the 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter. And this is why Jesus is always pictured with a sun behind him, the light of the world, the Son of God. See, church and religion realized that they could profit off of fear. They externalize your power for profit to make you think that there's a God and a devil outside of you watching you and judging everything you do, and that couldn't be more wrong. Heaven and hell aren't physical places, they're states of mind inside of you. The Temple of Solomon is you. The Tree of Knowledge is you. The Tree of Life is you. God and the universe, it's all you. Churches bring in more tax-free money annually than all of the tech companies in Silicon Valley combined. They profit off of fear and control and realize if you ever learn these esoteric teachings, their time here is done and they don't want that. Thankfully though, I believe that we're entering a new age where people are waking up and not believing off of blind faith alone. If religious dogma has never sat right with you and you've always wanted to do a deep dive but didn't know where to start, I highly recommend you guys check out these books. I'll toss an orange link down on the bottom left so you can.
Food, travel, internet, social media, communications, energy usage requires a valid digital ID, without which you are locked out. This has already happened in China and actually a lot of Asian countries. 86 million people in Vietnam have lost their bank accounts because they refuse to comply with digital ID. Okay, so we are seeing this already, and there's other countries. In China, hundreds of thousands of people are basically, they have nothing. They're just out on the streets because they lost all of their social currency, meaning they can't function in society anymore. These are people who've had digital ID, but because they did not like what they were posting and things that they were doing, or they didn't meet certain requirements, these were just working, healthy people, not criminals or anything like that. And then when I show you what is being said here and done here in comparison, it's going to shock a lot of you. So let's continue. Once that situation is in place, the conditions of validity can be set to whatever they want. Didn't take the latest experimental mRNA vaccine? Digital ID invalid. Posted misinformation on social media? Digital ID invalid. Social credit score too low? Digital ID invalid. Exceeded your carbon allowance this month? Digital ID invalid. Voice criticism of your new technocratic overlords, digital ID invalid. If we allow our governments to succeed in rolling out digital ID, we will end up living in a giant open air digital prison from which it will be virtually impossible to ever escape. So I've told you guys that we are in the end times. This is it. When you compare what I told you about what's going on in Jerusalem, building of the third temple, just the laws that are being put in place, these things that are secretly working behind the scenes, the 2.5 trillion spent in just a couple of months for these, for Project Stargate, the huge AI data spaces, data centers that are going up all over the country. 2.5 trillion, something none of us asked for. We don't need that kind of power for anything right now, unless there will be 100% surveillance on every single American. This is going to be worldwide. There's no place that you're going to be able to go to escape. Let me just say this clearly. Every country is rolling this out, from third world countries to the US, the UK, Canada, all of that. Okay? So there's nowhere to hide. I told you, you're not going to be able to, fight against the government. They're doing that in the UK right now, but they're still going ahead with it. You can protest, resist, but this is the way they want the future, and we know why.
You got Minority Report bracelets, with them getting ready to make all THC products illegal once again. And this 3i Atlas stuff is getting more intense by the day. Crazy times we're in, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed this react episode. And if you guys want to see any reacts with any specific topic at hand, let me know in the comments. Well, y'all got to see what I got to see. Looks like we're gonna have to catch up with this end times fiasco, if you ask me. Just don't fall for the cap. Make sure to smash the subscription button and press the bell icon so that way you get notified for the next react. Comment your thoughts down below. Have an amazing, prosperous, safe, fantastic day, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Killer.